Do you know? Two life-saving medicines can become dangerous when given together. This hidden risk is called therapeutic incompatibility. So let us unlock the secrets of therapeutic incompatibility, how it is going to occur in the patient. Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we are going to deal with a very interesting topic called as therapeutic incompatibility. So what is therapeutic incompatibility? So it is an undesirable or unexpected effect which is going to occur when drugs are prescribed, dispensed and administered in such a way that the therapeutic response becomes harmful or less effective or inappropriate. So in the simple definition, we can say it is a problem which is going to arise during the treatment. So why it is occurs? There are many reasons. Maybe due to wrong drug administration, due to wrong dosage and due to wrong drug combination, and due to administration of contraindicated drugs, and in the wrong duration, then ignoring the patient factors. So let us discuss one by one. So here are the key points of this type of incompatibility. So like in therapeutic incompatibility, the medicine may look normal. There may be no visible physical or chemical change, but the patient is suffering from harmful effects or ineffective therapeutic response. So here we are going to discuss the causes. The first one is wrong dosage. So when the dose is too high, it leads to toxicity. When the dose is too low, that will leads to treatment failure. There is no therapeutic response. For example, excess of insulin causes hypoglycemia, that is decrease in the blood glucose level or blood sugar level. Then wrong drug selection. Here the drug which is selected for the treatment is wrong for the patient or the disease. For example, if we are giving the aspirin drug to the patient who is already suffering from gastric ulcer, that will leads to frozen bleeding, or you can say more worst condition. Then drug and drug interactions. So here one drug is going to alter the effect of another drug. For example, if we are giving warfarin and aspirin to the same patient, then it will leads to increase in the bleeding risk. Then contraindications. A drug which is used in the patient where it should be avoided. For example, if a patient who is suffering from respiratory depression, so in that patient, if we use sedative drugs, then it will cause a severe respiratory depression, that is a life-threatening medical condition. So we should avoid the sedatives in those kind of patients. So that is called as contraindications. And then wrong duration therapy. So the drug which is used too short or too long. For example, stopping the antibiotics early, that may leads to reoccurrence of the disease, or it may develop the resistance to that particular antibiotic in the patient. Then ignoring some patient related factors, which is very important during any therapy. For example, age, body weight, pregnancy, presence of any liver disease, presence of any kidney disease, presence of any allergic history, and coexisting disease. Example, normal adult dose may becomes toxic in elderly or renal failure patient. So we should consider all these patient related factors before starting any treatment. So then classification of therapeutic incompatibility. So in the first column there is a type, second one there is a description and example. Overdosage, that is more drug than actually required. that will leads to, for example, excess of insulin may cause hypoglycemia or decrease in blood sugar level. Then underdosage means less than the drug which is required, means we are going to give the drug less than actually it is required. That is low antibiotic dose, that will cause antibiotic resistance or antimicrobial resistance in the patient. Then wrong drug administration, that will cause a drug that is the drug which is unsuitable for the patient. For example, drug given despite of allergy, even though the patient is allergy to that medication, knowingly or unknowingly, if that drug is administered, then that will leads to complications. Then wrong combination of the drug. For example, interacting, that is warfarin and aspirin, means here interacting drugs given together, means here also the warfarin as well as aspirin produces the same condition, that is thinning of the blood, that will leads to increase in the bleeding in the patient. Then contraindicated drugs, that is the drugs are unsuitable, means when they are used together, that is unsuitable, or the patients which is not suitable for that particular drug when it is used, that is the patient, if the patient suffering from ulcer, if we use aspirin, that will create a problem for the patient. Then improper duration, that is too short or too long treatment. Early stopping of antibiotics may leads to reoccurrence of the disease, or long-term therapy may leads to toxicity in the patient, that will produce the toxicity. Then mechanism of therapeutic incompatibility. So here there are two mechanisms. The first one is pharmacodynamic mechanism. So occurs when one drug changes the effect of another drug at the site of action. For example, when we administer sedatives, antihistamines, that will cause excessive CNS depression, and similarly warfarin and aspirin, which is going to enhance the bleeding. Then pharmacokinetic mechanism, it occurs when the drug alters the absorption, distribution, metabolism and excretion, that will result in increased toxicity and a reduced therapeutic effect. Then clinical or prescribing error. So here, if the prescriber or the diagnoser, if he or she diagnoses in a wrong way, that is wrong diagnosis, then incorrect prescription, the prescription is not correct, then wrong dose calculation, then failure to review the patient history, all these may leads to a treatment error or prescribing error. Then there is important examples for the therapeutic incompatibility. For example, warfarin aspirin, as I told you. Then combination of warfarin aspirin increases the bleeding risk. Then the reason both increases the bleeding tendency. Example 2, insulin overdose leads to severe hypoglycemia, means drastically decreases the blood glucose level. Sedatives and antihistamines, the effect is excessive drowsiness. Reason, depressed CNS. Then antibiotic underdose, low antibiotic dose leads to resistance, treatment failure, and even though reoccurrence of the disease, means the bacteria is not completely killed there. Then aspirin in peptic ulcer. So aspirin, when we use in the patient who is suffering from ulcer, that will leads to gastric irritation and bleeding. So here is the table in which the first one is basic, then basis, then physical, chemical and therapeutic. Here this table is useful for differentiation between the physical, chemical as well as therapeutic incompatibility. So when it is going to occur, physical in the dosage form itself, chemical in the dosage form, that is before consumption of the drug in the patient. Then therapeutic specially takes place when the drug is administered to the patient. Main change here, there is a physical change, here there is a chemical change, here there is a there is no chemical or physical change, but there is a change we can see, or unexpected effect we can see during the therapy, that is clinical effect. Here, visible or not, it is usually visible. It may be visible or may not be visible in the chemical, but here it is not visible. Only we can identify the therapeutic response which is coming from the patient. Example here, precipitation is there. Then for example, chemical example is hydrolysis. Then here therapeutic warfarin and aspirin. A result, unstable product. Here degraded product. Here the effect is going to occur on the patient, him or herself. That is harmful or ineffective therapy. What is the clinical importance here? Here, therapeutic incompatibility can cause treatment failure, toxicity, prolonged illness, adverse drug reactions, hospital admission, then increases the treatment cost, even severe patient harm. Then how we can prevent the therapeutic incompatibility? By taking complete medication history, checking allergic reactions or allergic history, considering patient age and weight related factors, adjust the dose in the liver and kidney disease, review drug interactions, then avoid contraindicated drugs, then counsel the patient properly, monitor the therapeutic response, then double check the high risk prescriptions. Then role of pharmacist here. The pharmacist should screen the prescription before dispensing, then detect the interactions if any there, then check the dosage properly, then verify the contraindications and counsel the patient properly, and contact the doctor if needed, then monitor the high risk medicines, then high risk drugs which are especially dangerous, that is warfarin, insulin, sedatives, antibiotics, corticosteroids and antihypertensives. Okay, thank you.